All right, now let's, second part of this, we'll figure out what's happening with your situation. That night, how did you all, what happened after you got the ticket?
We came up here to Phillips to see about cutting wood.
Right. So you continued on your journey?
Yes. The next morning, we went to the magistrate's office.
Okay. Now, which magistrate was that?
Kathy Beveridge.
Kathy Beveridge, okay.
We started telling her what was going on, and she stopped us and said, you know, she couldn't hear us, that we needed to speak with the sheriff and the prosecutor. We said, well, you know, I want to find out who this man was that was touching me. I mean, it was, you know...
It seemed a fair question.
Yeah, I mean...
But you don't think Kathy had any idea?
No,
okay.
I don't, not at the time. We proceeded, the prosecutor wasn't in that day, so we had to wait till the next morning. So another trip to the courthouse the very next morning. First thing, she was just taking her coat off, and we were there.
Just the prosecutor. Okay.
We go in and speak with her, tell her what's going on.
She informed us that she would get in touch with the sheriff.
Yes, she said
and get back with us at the first of the week.
Okay.
Okay, we waited and we waited and we waited. Nobody called or nobody got.
So the prosecutor didn't call, neither did the sheriff call. Okay.
And what is today is February the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And
so we're a month or so?
Getting there. And
okay.
Since then I've called every other day
and
to the prosecutor and the sheriff.
And what happens when you make telephone calls?
Well, when the prosecutor's secretary answers, she's never in.
Okay.
She's not in today. Well, will she be in tomorrow? Yeah, I call back tomorrow. Well, she's busy. She's in court. She's always somewhere else.
Right.
I leave my name.
And just ask her to call you back.
And you know, yes. Could you please have her call me back? What's this regarding? The traffic stop that we came in and spoke about. I don't feel it necessary to tell the secretary the whole story.
No.
You know, and I figure, you know, she heard the story. She sat there. She wrote it down. So
but you have indicated to the prosecutor that you intend to file charges if they will let you know who this mysterious cop was.
Yes, and I also gave that same indication to the sheriff when I finally
okay, so the sheriff knows it too.
On the phone, yes.
But how long is it, when did you say this was, in
21st of January.
21st of January, and we're already looking at February 6th or 8th, and nobody has gotten back with you.
No.
I assume that they still got this court case moving forward, right, Lester?
Sure they do.
Yes, we received
our... See, we got no problem with paying the ticket, you know, because I was in violation, and I'm just aggravated that the cops are allowed, if he was a cop even, he's allowed to touch my wife where my
right,
wife
so
was,
you might...
he upset me, you know, and I'm still mad about it. I'm angry about it. And she's almost had a nervous breakdown over it. She's already had to go get nerve pills and everything else over it.
Unfortunately, a lot of times people don't realize just how this can affect you.
I mean, it does. I mean, every time I get ready to get in the car to go to town now, be it to the gas station or the grocery store,
starts getting shaking.
I'm nervous. I mean, I have to take medication to even be able to drive to town to get a pack of cigarettes. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, and like I said, I've never experienced anything like this, and it bothers me.
Yeah. All right, now we're looking in at the 21st of April.
The 1st of April.
The 1st of April.
We got our court papers.
Isn't that April Fool's Day?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, and that's the day we're supposed to be in court for it.
So you all haven't pleaded guilty or anything to this?
No, we contested it so that we could get this. Try and get to the bottom of this.
Right.
Actually,
the
reason I contested mine was because I talked to the magistrate, and on my ticket it says that my license was suspended for unpaid violations.
But you don't have any
unpaid citations. I've never had a ticket in this county. And you know, I've been in jail a few times, but it wasn't for no traffic or anything like that. And you know, she told me to go ahead and contest it on that reason right there because I don't have any, you know, unpaid citations.
Right.
So when I try to find out what's going on up here at the courthouse, they say that I have unpaid special prosecutor fee.
So it's not citations at all?
No.
But they put citations on the paperwork.
Right.
Well, then you haven't been charged with, you haven't had any citations?
No, sir.
Just had this special prosecutor fee?
Yeah.
And I assume it was a long story behind that
Yeah,
one.
there's a real long story behind
Okay.
it. It'll take us several hours to go through that.
Okay. Well, let's get back to this point in hand. April 1st, do you have a lawyer?
No.
Okay, no lawyer. And, of course, I don't guess you have to have a lawyer, but,
And that's another thing that, you know, it may be being in a different state, I'm not familiar with the laws, but the newspaper came out and says that we were arrested. I didn't know that you got arrested for a traffic violation,
yeah.
you know?
Other than just, you know, arrest could mean stopped.
Yeah, I mean...
But this is the
but
most peculiar thing,
that
because the
makes
cop was already stopped.
Yeah.
And you're questioning why he was stopped.
Yes.
And
why he was where he was.
Yeah.
Well, we rode back up there the next day to get the number for the forestry road to make sure, you know,
Right.
to check with the forestry to see if it was, you know, if they did have the right to be sitting up there.
You know, it's fresh snow just still on the road, and we went down there, turned around at the gates, and got out, you know, and there was 9mm holes laying all on top of the fresh snow where they've been there firing their weapons, you know, out there just...
Well, if you wait a minute now, if you're trying to set up for a drug hit,
Yeah.
so you go and fire your gun to announce what's
Yeah,
going on.
Exactly.
It does something.
And then
But this mysterious cop told you that that's what they were doing, was they were.
Yeah, searching for drugs.
Well, this is a strange sting operation when you go firing your weapon.
Yeah, exactly. With two girls in there.
Yeah.
And they, you know, I know what was going on. They can't tell me because I done been, you know, in this
Did you
county.
by any chance pick up any of those?
Yes, sir, we
Oh,
did.
you.
And there's still some there. There's still some
We
right
left
there. There's
some.
still, they was laying right on top of the snow. You know, they hadn't melted through the snow or nothing, or nobody drove over them, so they had to be the ones that fired them.
Yeah.
And,
Well, you know, we've had a problem with the police not keeping those guns in their
that's right.
in their holster.
That's
That
right.
was the Alcar situation.
That's right.
And it's a dangerous thing to be firing a weapon like that.
Sure is.
Just playing.